Well, hello everyone. I just had a beautiful hike to take off above the house. The wind is kind of strong, so while I wait here, I thought I'd tell you the story about this year's X-Alps. In a previous video, I told you the story of what it was like to work in the 2023 X-Alps. It was a very intense but rewarding experience. And this year, 2025, I went back. This year, my role was very similar to the previous race. I was working with the media team, the editorial team. I was helping the social media team, although this year I had a very enthusiastic, experienced, and very skilled team of social media creators and editors. These times they were pilots, so they made my life easier. By the second day I realized I didn't have to intervene, so they did their job. Good job, guys. So my main job was to be part of the editorial team. It was a group of 3 of us. I had 2 people working in shifts, in the morning and evening shifts, and our job was to feed the WhatsApp channel, a new addition to the race, and it was a great success. And these guys were also writing longer pieces. They were writing longer stories about different topics that you can read on the website. Another one of my roles was to assist the organizers, to let them know where were the pilots going to fly, how long it was going to take them to get to each turn point, how long the race was going to last, more or less. That way they could prepare the turn points, the media, the camera team. For example, if they were going to fly through a pass, where they should be placed, where they were going to, I don't know, spend the night, at what time they're going to start hiking, which hiking path they were going to take. I was doing all those calculations. Of course, sometimes I was calling the assistants or the athletes and asked them what their plans were. So yeah, it wasn't all guessing. It was also a lot of communication with the teams.
I was also giving insights to the live team, and this time I was in front of the camera a little bit.
Well, needless to say, the race was very stressful. It's normal, it's a high-paced race, and things happen really, really fast. Something different that I did in this race was to work in the prologue. It was a completely different thing to do. It was fast-paced. It's a one-day race. Things happen really, really fast. By the time you were writing something, it was already old news. So it was very interesting to do this. And it was also a training for the entire team for what the X-Alps, the normal race, was going to be. Once the race started, it was a real challenge. We had tricky weather during the first couple of days, and we had to deal with pilots withdrawing from the race, lots of emotions, really tricky conditions. Yeah, if I could resume the race in a few words, it was emotions. One word would be emotion. It was full of emotions. It didn't stop after the second day. Pilots who were going through a lot of pressure, and some of them dealing with these emotions, and dealing with them when you have pressure, when you're tired. It's super, super hard. And we had to communicate around it, and it wasn't easy. As a former meet director, it was also scary to see pilots, or athletes as we call them, flying in really dangerous conditions and taking all these risks, and us as an event not being able to do anything about it. It's not like a normal competition that it takes place in one valley or an area that's, let's say, 200 kilometers, where you can just stop the race, cancel the day. Unfortunately, the format of the X-Alps doesn't allow us to do that, because you have pilots spread out through a big terrain, and you just can't ground people, and while others catch up, or while others fly away or get away. So it was really, really tricky to deal with it. But for me, I think the biggest challenge, or what made things harder, was the atmosphere on social media. It was really frustrating to work for 12 hours every day, non-stop, to put a beautiful event. Everybody was doing their best, and then read the most insensitive and horrible comments on social media. I know comments on social media shouldn't be taken personally, but when people go to your personal social media, to your Facebook, Instagram, YouTube channel, and tell you the most horrible things, it hurts. When people give you the middle finger on the WhatsApp channel, it hurts. When people take the trouble to contact the Zoom employees via their personal emails, it hurts. I mean, where does all this hate come from? Fortunately, all that mattered a lot less when you have a great team at the office and when you know you gave your 120%. I'm really proud of everyone because I know how hard they work day and night for 2 weeks, no days off, to make a beautiful event. As I said before, the Red Bull X-Alps is an amazing event. I am more than proud to have worked in this race, and I can't wait to do it in 2027. And as I also said before, paragliding has a lot to learn from the Red Bull X-Alps. Well, so the wind didn't mellow down, so I'm gonna walk to another takeoff over there, let them know on Lee, and it's safer even if it's a bit windy. Look at that view! Remember, be kind with people on social media. I have this saying that if I don't dare to say it in person, I just don't write the comment. So thanks for watching and see you on the next video. Bye.